Hi, I'm Rong, and I'm an advisor at Credify.
And I'm Darryl, and I'm a junior data scientist at Credify. And today, you get to ask us anything. The first question someone asks is, what is the difference between a data scientist and a data analyst? A data scientist does exactly what a data analyst do, but its role actually focuses more on creating machine learning models, while data analyst role focuses more on data collection, data storing, as well as data visualization.
Just to add on to that, essentially I like to frame it as like the data science hierarchy of needs. So at the bottom layer, you have your ETL, data storing, which is what most data engineers do actually. So that's actually another role, data engineers. Next level is the data analyst. So where they focus more on the insights, coming out with dashboards to provide key stakeholders to make decisions. And a level up is what our data scientists actually do, starting from your simple machine learning algorithms all the way to like your AI and deep learning models. So the next question that we got is, what are your thoughts on AI and how does new disruptive technology impact your decision making? First of all, I believe AI is here to stay. AI has already changed a lot of how we do things in our day-to-day life, and it's something that we are incorporating into a Credify's business model and products as well. So how does it actually impact my decision making? It's really a lot about not just delivering data products for the end users, but at the same time, you have to deliver these products at a cost-effective manner. So for me, it's really like looking at all the different available technologies out there and selecting the ones that will generate the maximum impact and value for our stakeholders at a cost-effective manner. So the next question we got is, how do you prioritize projects and work within your teams? So this is a great question. The way I look at allocation of resource, there's essentially two parts. So the first part is really on like the priority of projects, like which one is more urgent, because at any point in time we have a variety of different projects to consider. So we have to prioritize depending on whether it's like internal product, external product, at the same time as well as the resources that we have. The second part is something that I would always like to take into consideration as well, is I always talk to my team and I always ask them, what do they want to learn? Because when they join the Credify, we want to make sure they walk away developing themselves, learning the skills that they want. So as much as possible, I always try to allocate them to work on projects that they are most interested and passionate about. So those are the considerations that we usually have.
And for me, my boss priority is my priority. But how do I prioritize my work is basically I complete the hardest tasks and then I will end off with easier tasks that make me feel good at the end of the day or end of the week. The next question, someone asked, what are the top 3 most valuable skills in your job? The top 3 most valuable skills in my job would be communication, problem solving, and adaptability. So communication is basically make sure you communicate well with your team members. Adaptability and problem solving is to adapt and to problem solve in any scenarios that you are put into they are not comfortable with.
For me, the top 3 skills are actually very similar to what Darryl is saying. The first is also communication. I feel that end of the day, even if you have the best product in the world, if you're not able to communicate with the right stakeholders, no one's going to use it. So communication. Second is staying relevant. Being the AI data field, there's a lot of new technologies coming out every other day. So being aware of these technologies, knowing what they do is super important to know what we can use to incorporate into our data strategy. And the last for me is really being like forever curious, always wanting to learn about stuff. When you see a result looking a certain way, what can you do about it? Why does it look that way? So having that innate curiosity to me is like a super important trait as well to becoming a great data science person. So the next question we got is, what is something you have learned along the way that surprised you or changed your perspective on data science?
I have thought that data science was a support role in any company, but the freedom and the autonomy that I get in the Credify enabled me to share my ideas freely, and it made me believe that data science in a Credify can actually become an individual arm rather than a support arm within a company.
So for me, when I first got into data science, I always thought it was like something that's like super cool, and it is super cool. But one thing I learned is that for you to do super cool things with data science, you need to have good data. And a lot of that is to ensure you have good data, you have to do like data cleaning, making sure you have the right quality data. And to me, that was something that I learned, I didn't expect. So the next question we get is, what does a typical day look like for you? So for me, my day usually starts at around 9:30, where we have our daily huddle with the team to basically update on what we've done and what projects we're working on, and to go through any blockers that we have, and we'll try to overcome them as a team. Thereafter, I usually have a couple of other morning meetings before I go for lunch with the team as well. And after we come back, there usually be like about 2 hours where I will allocate out for like deep work to either work on projects or to read research papers and learn about the new technologies in the ecosystem. And thereafter, it's usually followed by a couple more meetings with other departments or like with external stakeholders.
So his day is a lot longer than mine. So for mine, it's daily stand-up. I check my to-do list to make sure that I have my task set for the day. And then I'll go into deep work. Rather than him, he will have a lot of meetings, but I'll go into deep work straight away. And then we'll have cross-functional meetings. And then we'll end off our day. For me, I will just check my to-do list again to make sure that I get most of my work done. Okay, next question. Do you have any advice for others seeking a career as a data scientist or analyst? I would say that paper knowledge is not everything. So practical experience, practical knowledge on bringing a project from end to end, it's more valuable than just knowing the theory and knowing how to apply the stuff. It's more important.
For individuals who have zero background at all on coding, on like data related work and is looking to get into this career, and my advice is really to look for like courses online. There's a lot of resources. You can learn it from YouTube. So essentially, I would say to be a good data scientist, you need to know a bit of coding. So like Python, SQL. At the same time, you need to be quite okay with stats as well. So some math, some stats knowledge. So getting that out of the way. Thereafter, once you have some of those knowledge, going to like what Darryl was saying, working on projects, because that's where you really learn how to apply the things you've learned.
Yep, and be a good team player.
That's right.
That is all the questions. Thank you so much for watching and for sending your questions to us.
If there's anything else you'd like to know, please let us know in the comments down below. Thank you.